What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all the latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. We're in the trade season now, so you don't want to miss a thing, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. Do you want to see the Dodgers sign Cole Hamels? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. Do you think they should consider signing the former World Series MVP? I want all your takes down below in the comment section. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So an interesting development brewing with the Dodgers and Cole Hamels. LA will reportedly be in attendance during Cole Hamels' showcase next week. Mike DiGiovanni tweeted out, the Dodgers will be among the teams at a July 16th workout for veteran left-handed pitcher Cole Hamels, who is limited by shoulder inflammation and fatigue to one start with the Braves in 2020, but is healthy now. Hamels, 37, has a career 163 and 122 record and a 3.43 ERA in 15 MLB seasons. Now, the first question is, are the Dodgers legitimately interested in signing the four-time All-Star, the former NLCS MVP, World Series MVP? Do they really want to bring in a 37-year-old Cole Hamels? Well, if you look at the Dodgers pitching situation, it did get some good news yesterday in that Clayton Kershaw does not have a significant injury. He underwent the MRI, the elbow looked clean, and they expect him to be back at some point after the All-Star break. So that is a big deal when it comes to how desperate are the Dodgers, because the other thing too is Julio Urias, he pitched very well against the Miami Marlins. He went 7 innings, had 9 punch-outs, one of his best outings that he's had in a while. And if you look at Julio's workload, so far this season, he's pitched 106 and a thirds innings. The most he's ever pitched was 79 and 2/3 innings back in 2019. So those innings are piling up. He does look like he can shoulder this load. You're seeing the velocities there. He was very effective against the Marlins, so that was a positive development. And then also against the Marlins, Tony Gonsolin had his best start of the season, so things are looking up in that regard. You have Julio Urias with the bounce-back outing. You have Tony Gonsolin continuing to get stretched out, and then no significant injury for Clayton Kershaw. Now, when it comes to the uncertainty of the Trevor Bauer situation, that's a whole different conversation. I think the Dodgers need to make a move, assuming that Trevor Bauer won't be coming back, even if he does, because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have no guys to trade for after the trade deadline. There's going to be no one to sign. You're probably going to be forced to call up Josiah Gray and see what he can do. Do you really want to throw him into the fire? I know we had my man Tim yesterday talking about Ryan Pepio. Hopefully we see him. He had a nice start today. He continues to look fantastic at the minor league level. But if the Dodgers, you also want that contingency plan. You want to add someone else, because what if another injury happens? We are really in a position here in Major League Baseball where players are starting to readjust to that full 162-game season. So you give yourself some protection in the event that another Dodger starter goes down. So I think they need to add a starting pitcher. You guys know my take on that. I actually want them to go for a big home run trade, a guy like Barrios or Castillo or some of the bigger names out there. Now, I don't want to trade away all the great prospect capital in this Dodgers organization. I'm still not completely sold on having to move Keibert Ruiz, but depending on the guy, depending on the move, if you can bring in a guy in that's going to give you a couple years of team control, a guy that's going to be a solid starter this year and a few years down the line where it's a win now and win later move, I'm okay with that. Or if you can get a guy for next to nothing that doesn't have very much contract left, that's really in a walk year. So I still think there's trades out there to be made, but when it comes to the Cole Hamels signing, if you sign him, you don't have to trade away anything, right? And if he's solid, he could be a major boost to this Dodgers rotation. Now, the next big question I have is, how good of a pitcher is he at age 37? Well, last year really was a lost year for Cole Hamels. He signed a 1-year, $18 million deal with the Atlanta Braves, but injuries wiped out his season. He had a tricep injury, then later he had a shoulder injury. He ended up making just one start last season, went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. But in 2019, a solid season at age 35. He went 141 and 2/3 innings. He had a 3.81 ERA, a 1.13 ERA plus. Nothing outstanding, but a very very serviceable season. So if the Dodgers can get that Cole Hamels, the 2019 version, a guy that can give you some productivity and go out there and give you a lot of innings, especially considering it only be a little less than a half a season, I think that's something that I would consider if I was LA. And you also have to consider the fact that he'll probably want to join a championship contending team. This is a guy, he's made his money, he's won his rings. He's not going to want to come back to a team that doesn't have championship aspirations. He also probably wants to see what this Dodgers pitching coaching is about, this development, this health and training program. He's going to want to see how this Dodger staff does it because he's seen all the success stories that this Dodgers program has produced. So I think that's something else. So I think if the Dodgers really wanted him, I could see Cole Hamels wanting to be a Dodger. So the other question I would have is how quickly could we get him on that mound if the Dodgers needed him? Well, you got the All-Star break, so that gave you some time, but he's apparently been throwing in a program and should be ready in 4 weeks. So that's definitely a good sign. So it's not like he's going to come in, they're going to have to ramp him up and start from nothing. He's been working this entire time to try to get in as quickly as possible for whichever team ends up signing him. But I do think a team is definitely going to sign Cole Hamels. Now I think something that's encouraging, if you're wondering if he's washed up or not, is if you look at that K percentage and that walk percentage from 2019. When he was last healthy, he had a 23.2% K percentage and a 9.1% walk percentage. His career average is a 23% K percentage and a 6.9% walk percentage. So not that far off. It just depends on how healthy he is. If he's making this comeback, I'm assuming he has to be at least close to it. So I think the Dodgers should definitely go in there and take a good look. They won't know until they see him pitch, but I think that the Dodgers are doing the smart thing here and doing their due diligence to check out Cole Hamels. I think at this point, they need to keep all their options open, from exploring trades to looking at guys like Cole Hamels, little reclamation projects, to potentially bringing some guys up like the Josiah Grays when he's ready, to the Ryan Pepios like we talked about yesterday with my man Tim Rogers. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of this, but I asked you guys on Twitter earlier, do you think the Dodgers should sign Cole Hamels? Here were some of your responses. My man @BBoard says, hell no, guy is beyond washed up, and unless we have a time machine, no thank you. I think we can do better than a retirement age Cole Hamels, LOL. Then my man Roach says, I'll consider Vicente Padilla at this point. And then Samuel Nam says, no more bargain hunting. Hamels hasn't been effective since the Obama admin. I would prefer them to pursue Scherzer first. What they'd have to give up would be presumably less than Castillo, Barrios, or Gibson. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be a cold new world for this Dodgers starting rotation in a few weeks. But I want your takes down below in the comments section. Give me all your takes, guys. Do you think the Dodgers should consider signing Cole Hamels? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no, but give me your takes down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram @DMac_LA. That's @DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. We've got trade season right now. You don't want to miss a thing, so hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And for all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la. We've got an all-star sale going on. Some of the best t-shirt designs in the game. You're going to find it right over there at www.gearup.la. Today I'm rocking my Justin Turner Nacho shirt. This is one of my favorite new ones, so definitely get merched up. Get some Dodgers Nation drip over at gearup.la. For the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.